impressive facilities here in Brunei. That's a dry dock, actually. And looks like they can get some pretty big vessels in there. Yeah, Brunei is very impressive. A lot of money. A lot of money here. I mean, I heard the king's son owned almost 8,000 cars. I mean, what's that all about? My goodness. So, yeah, I managed to pull anchor and get out of here. No help from you, Novi. But yeah, I forgive you, baby. You did what you had to do. No, it wasn't so easy finding a crew. My buddy Digger couldn't do it. Ben's too busy. And the people I contacted on Crew Finder, yeah, they didn't like the look of it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, on my way. No schedule. Not necessarily even a set destination. I mean, it's like World War III's coming. And I'm just gonna play it by ear, see where I end up. Can you hear that? Probably. I didn't get that Osmo DJI Pocket Pro. It just doesn't work for me. It goes against my grain. So imagine that the quality's really good. Can you do that? Imagine right now the drone going up and showing me from above. It's up there looking down at me here. It's really a cool view. I had that drone. But I don't want a drone. And I gotta pay attention. There's a freaking barge there. What side do I want to go? I think I want to go to the left. I'm going to go to the left of them. I don't want to go in front of them. And since I'm pretty shallow draft, I can do this. But yeah, I got to stay out of the way. All right, maybe I'll pause it here. Bye for now. Over.
When I think back on all the
Crap I learned in high school. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I better go out and make sure we're not about to run into a oil platform. So far, so good. So this is what I call running in safe mode. I got a reef in the mainsail and the storm jib up. I gotta run like this because I'm single-handed. So I gotta play it kind of safe. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to ask you guys, have any of you ever heard of Nettleship's Law? No? I'm not surprised. You're not supposed to have heard of Nettleship's Law. But let me tell you, I better turn that off or I'll get a cyber spanking. Yeah. So, Nettleship's Law, it's a lot like Murphy's Law. It goes like this. Regarding the ruling class, and when I say ruling class, I mean a small fraction of the ruling class, that part of the ruling class that dictates to the rest. Let's just call it Sauron. I gotta turn that off. Throw 'em away. Where were we? Sauron and Nettleship's law. It's pretty simple, but it's just as important to know, especially in terms of understanding the world and how it works. Nettleship's law. Here you are. Without further ado, what can be hoaxed will be hoaxed. It's a law. Let me say it again. What can be hoaxed will be hoaxed. I'm talking about things like the germ theory, space, and nukes, for example. If you can hoax any of these things, they'll certainly be hoaxed, because what's most important to Sauron is that you can't think straight. Because if you could think straight, you might be able to resist. You might be able to form a bottoms-up movement and actually do something about the way humanity's being engineered. But Sauron doesn't want that. He wants you to grasp for the ring of power instead. And that's why I put Middle Earth on my boat, because I wanted to remind myself that grasping for power's not wise, because it's not going to lead to happiness, contentment, satisfaction. Not going to lead to any of those things. It's just going to lead to death and destruction, misery. So, yeah, that's Nettleship's law for you. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, come on, man. How could they hoax any of these things? Well, think about it for a while. Can you imagine a way that, for example, let's take the germ theory of disease. Can you imagine a way you could trick the population into thinking there's this little tiny, infinitesimally small particle that's just kind of floating around that is trying to circumvent your body's natural processes and make you kill yourself? Yeah, you can. Here's the deal, man, is you can trick people into just about anything. I mean, I found this out at an early age. I was quite the hoaxer from like the get-go. I mean, I had to spend a lot of time out there in the beginning. I spent a lot of time in the corner just staring at the wall, because I like to pull pranks. And I pulled them all the time. And I didn't get tired of it until I was like, in my early 20s. So I pulled a lot of pranks, a lot of ways. Usually I was never suspected, but I could tell a few stories about my pranks, but I don't want to bore you. Some of them are quite funny. Like I floated the neighbor's dog off once with some helium balloons. That was more of not so much a prank, but it all ended well. Anyway, yeah. Nukes are a hoax too. Yeah, you just have to think about it. You have to do a little research and look into it and apply some, deductive reasoning. They don't have nukes, but they want you to think they do. It's a very useful hoax. It's a profitable hoax. It generates a lot of economic activity, and it's just good for the GDP. And yeah, not many people have to know about it. In fact, it gets to a point where You could run a hoax like this, and almost no one would need to know the truth of it. It's called compartmentalization, and it's quite a science. And so, yeah, the ruling class is compartmentalized, along with many other things. But, yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. I just wanted to put it out there because somebody called me in a comment recently their hero, which I don't know if it's deserved or not, but I wanted to talk about my hero these days, has been for quite some time. My hero right now is Candace Owens, because she appears to have more courage than anybody. She's speaking truth to power. She's very intelligent and articulate, and I just really admire her. So she's my biggest hero right now, and she's inspiring everyone to go max. So this is me trying to follow in her footsteps. Yeah. Earlier I mentioned World War III. It's more, more than anything, it's a controlled collapse, and I don't think anybody needs to be particularly afraid of this, but you do need to be prepared. And you probably need to get prepared. If you're not already, you need to start getting prepared for it, because it's coming. It's coming fast now. I mean, have you people been looking at the news? And if you are you looking at alternative sources of news? Are you looking for as many sources as possible? Because if you're only looking at like mainstream outlets, you're not getting the story. They're not going to tell it to you. But yeah, what can be hoaxed will be hoaxed. At least officially, they'll hoax anything. Unofficially, officially you can't hoax everything. But unofficially you can. Like, Flat Earth's a wonderful example. You can't officially come out and say that the world's flat, because it's just not going to work, Too many people are going to be like, fuck, it doesn't work, We can't navigate with your model. We can't go anywhere with your model. So they didn't hoax that officially, but unofficially, oh yeah. They want everything that you think, that you believe, to be false. So that's just one example. And I mean, anything. They want you to believe in the craziest shit. And a lot of people do. A lot of people that are pretty tuned in to many things, I think they've been led down some paths that they were supposed to get led down just to confuse them. Like, for example, people being replaced by clones. No, they can't clone frickin' Joe Biden, and they can't clone Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or any of these people. There's no clones on the loose. I mean, they couldn't even clone a sheep successfully. So that's one. What else? Jeez. Anyway, I should probably make notes, but I'm just kind of playing all this by ear. Anyway, if you guys have any comments, do let me know about them. Maybe I'll fill the rest of this video up with some happier clips of days gone by. Alright, that's all for now. I love y'all, and over and out.